Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Gemma and I'm the owner of Gemma Redmond Vintage. I'm back again on a Thursday for a slight change with a new selection of latest additions to my collection. All these pieces will be being added to the website very soon, but if you'd like to find out anything about them prior to them going live or even make a purchase, you're more than welcome to get in touch and I can send you further images, details and pricing too. This week I have a selection of 8 pieces to share with you. The theme I was going for was summer colours, so oranges, golds, really warm tones. However, it is absolutely pouring down here in the UK today, so it's not really in keeping, and I hope you can hear me over the sound of the rain. We've not had a very good couple of weeks weather-wise, so here's hoping it improves and complements the jewellery that I've chosen for you today. In terms of time period, we're ranging from around 1910 right through to the 1990s, early 2000s, so a bit of a broad spectrum today to share with you. This will be my last drop for a couple of weeks whilst I enjoy a break, but I'll be back with you very soon. So let's get started, first of all with what I'm wearing and then to my selection just behind me over here. So I'll begin with the earrings that I have on today. These earrings are a beautiful example of Chinese silver jewellery, and they date from circa 1920, from the Art Deco era. They feature delicate filigree flowers at the top of them in silver, and then suspended beneath we have these fabulous carnelian glass hoops and little coral beads in a couple of places just for a slight accent. So I'll just pop my hair up so you can see them a bit better here, and you can see that they work really well with the orange that I'm wearing, a nice warm tone. They're such an elegant design too. I'll just unscrew them. They are screwbacks and they are extremely comfortable for screwbacks as well. Obviously you can adjust the comfort of your screwbacks with the little toggle at the back, the little screw at the back, but these are a really nice example, strong but comfortable. So you can see them here. They are really beautifully made. The filigree flowers are so delicate and pretty, and then the screws here you can see too. So as mentioned, these are 1920s Art Deco Chinese silver earrings. Next, let's move on to the necklaces that I'm wearing today. I've put 2 together to show you just how they can work in a layered design. I'll begin with the top piece here, which is an Art Deco choker, and you can see that the stones go right the way around the length. It's silver tone metal and we have square cut faceted topazy, orangey, citrine coloured glass stones right the way around the length, as you can see here. It's a great design, really chunky and sturdy, lovely quality. It isn't marked silver, but the metal certainly has the feel of a silver piece, indeed, but it doesn't test as silver. So it's a really nice heavy quality metal that has been used. You can see here that it's the stones go right the way along the length. They're a beautiful colour as well, and it's really nicely constructed too. It fastens with a bolt ring, as you can see just here, and yeah, you can see the lovely condition of the metal on the reverse, the nice quality. Next, Next, let's move on to this necklace. This necklace is very much Art Deco in feel and style, with it being a snake motif, but it's more a mid-century piece, so 1940s to 1950s. It's a gold-plated snake chain, and which culminates at the centre here in the tail and head of a snake, which is really nicely modelled when I show you in a moment. The snake chain lies really flat and elegant too, and the great thing about this piece is that it's adjustable in length. It has an open link chain on the tail of it, culminating in a nice charm, and you can just adjust it to how you want, so you can layer it as I did with different pieces too. Here's the little snake at the front, and you can see he's really nicely modelled in his face, got lots of detail on him too. Next, let's move on to this bracelet that I'm wearing. It's an Egyptian revival piece, and it's an Egyptian revival piece from circa 1910. So the crossover between the Art Nouveau and Art Deco periods. And it's a really chunky base metal piece with a fabulous chunky bolt ring here, as you can see, and then it's detailed with 3 glass scarabs, one in a lapis blue, we've got a jet black here, and then a carnelian coloured reddy rusty orangey colour just here on the scarab. It's a really nice piece for wearing with a variety of colours and looks, and then also great for layering with other pieces. If you collect Egyptian revival bracelets, you might like to wear this with a few. On the reverse, the scarabs are sort of carved with a design in the back as well, which is rather nice too. I think this piece is possibly Czechoslovakian in origin, but it's certainly due to the large chunky bolt ring and design, perhaps an early 20th century piece. Okay, next let's move on to my first brooch today. This brooch is really sweet and so typical of the Art Deco era in its very sort of fluid, fast looking movement that we can see. A lot of Art Deco design was all about movement and speed, but looking elegant whilst you were doing it, and this brooch is no exception. It's a diver, an Art Deco lady, perhaps a flapper, diving. She's got her costume on and a bathing cap just here. Her arms are sweeping back together with her legs. It's constructed from brass and detailed with enamels, and but it's really evocative of the time period in its design, as you can see. You can see on the reverse we've got a good fastening pin too here as well, and I'll just hold it up and show you how it looks worn against the orange that I've got on today, but it would look fabulous with many colours. Great for a collector if you like sort of Art Deco figures and motifs. Next, let's move on to another pair of earrings. This time these earrings are by Edouard Rambaud. He was a French jewellery creator, and his jewellery from the 1970s, 1980s is particularly sought after. I believe that these earrings date from the 1980s. They're made from gold-plated metal and then detailed with these really juicy frosted glass dimpled cabochons in orange, shades of orange, really nice and warm and perfect for summer. The earrings are stamped on the reverse with the Edouard Rambo stamp. So I'll just pop them in so you get an idea of how these look. They're a great size, really versatile. I think the claw settings, the stylized claw settings, look really nice on these, really chic. And as you can see, they're a perfect size and style for going with anything really. Really warming as well in the orange tones next to the face too, which I think work really well. Next, let's move on to another necklace. 3 necklaces in this selection today. This necklace dates from the late 1990s, early 2000s, so it's not a particularly old piece. However, it is great and nicely constructed. The materials are lovely. This is a beaded necklace, very boho in style. Beaded necklaces are, in my opinion, they never went out of fashion. I love a beaded necklace, but they're really back in fashion, particularly for the summer. I was reading an article about it on Vogue online only the other day. So this necklace, the beads are citrines, faceted citrine beads here in a rondelle shape, and then we've got these chunky quartz beads here creating a bit of an accent, and they have sort of a blue, light bluey grey cast to them, which really complements the citrines beautifully. We've got a nice lobster clasp here and an adjustable chain. Which means that it can be worn again at a variety of lengths. This is, I think, on the shortest length now, and it feels lovely and cold against my skin, which is testimony to the stones that have been used in the piece. As you can see, it's great worn in a V neckline, particularly with this tassel design just here, and you can see the colours again work really well with orange, but this would look great worn with a number of different looks, I'm sure, perhaps browns and blacks too. My final piece is a brooch today. This brooch is marked Déposé on the reverse, which means that it was made in France. I believe this is most likely a piece by the Perurier, which means a maker of jewellery for couture houses, in particular a Perurier known as René Le Marchand. I've had a brooch by René Le Marchand before. Some of you may remember it, constructed from heavy mother of pearl, one piece of mother of pearl, lovely quality, a classical figure. This is also constructed from mother of pearl, very chunky, one piece again with slight colouring to it, and as you can see, it depicts this really characterful fish. On the reverse, we've got the trombone clasp, so typical of French jewellery design again, and it is marked Déposé. René Le Marchand produced buckles and also brooches and other pieces for the House of Schiaparelli in the 1930s. And here we can see some of his buckles, a tiger and a claw and a fan and an anchor. And these were produced in his workshop, which is photographed here. These pieces were produced for Schiaparelli by René Le Marchand in the 1930s, circa 1930s. This book is Costume Jewellery for Haute Couture by Florence Muller, if you'd like to take a closer look at them in more detail. So I believe that this piece is possibly a creation by René Le Marchand, and perhaps for Elsa Schiaparelli. The way the mother of pearl is worked is exceptionally high quality. So let's recap. We have this René Le Marchand 1930s brooch, these Edouard Rambo 1980s earrings, this 1990s citrine bead necklace, a circa 1910 scarab necklace, bracelet, sorry, Chinese silver and carnelian glass Art Deco earrings, this mid-century gold-plated snake necklace, this Art Deco orange glass choker, and this Art Deco diver brooch. Thanks so much for joining me again, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Take care, bye bye.